coming for you anyway.
Is a production of Benny Broadcasting of the Ozarks. Welcome to an electrifying night of Osage Indians basketball. It's time for the pregame show on your Indians' hometown radio station, Cool 102.7.
And welcome, everyone, to another presentation of School of the Osage High School Sports. I am Craig Allen alongside Steve Adams. Maya back in the studio for us as we get set for the School of the Osage Indians and the Stoutland Tigers. Osage coming off a third-place finish in the 94th Annual Eldon Tournament, wins over Boonville and Camdenton to end the week. A loss to Eugene in the second round, and Osage is 12-4 on the season coming into tonight against a Tiger team that has given them some close games the last couple seasons, Steve.
Yeah, you look, they've not got a win against us over the last 3 years, but it was a 10-point game last year and about a 14-point game, or 4-point game the year before that. You're looking at a team that's averaging 75 points a game. We haven't seen them play, but I'm just guessing they like to run and gun and just up and down the court as quick as they can get it. They're giving up about 66 points. Quack, as crack as you can get it.
There's just something about this place.
Anyway, we were coming off a JV game where the score was 82-20 in our favor.
Yeah, we won that one. The junior varsity continues their great season with a large win over Stoutland. I wouldn't anticipate something similar here in the varsity game, even though Osage has been playing well coming into tonight's game. Stoutland, they got some nice wins this season, but if you're looking at common opponents, Osage kind of has the advantage in that. As Steve looks that up, I'll go ahead and remind you that this is the Winter Shelton Real Estate pregame show up here in the Kellysport Marina press box, and we are live on MoSportsZone.com as well as here on Cool 102.7. You can go to YouTube and just type in MoSportsZone, and you can find the live tab on there. I think Bolivar girls are live right now as well, but you can find the boys on there. School of the Osage taking on Stoutland tonight. You can find all the games for the rest of this week and the rest of this season on MoSportsZone.com. Or if you don't, listen, if you want to circumvent that, if you want to skip the whole process of going to YouTube.com, just download the MoSportsZone app on your phone or iPad. You can just watch it right off there,
Steve. If there was ever a night to take advantage of the stream and the broadcast, tonight's the night.
Why?
The road trip from Lake of the Ozarks to Stoutland, it's scenic.
You know what, though? That's crazy, because the road trip from Swedberg to Stoutland, I liked it. I kind of wish all the games were out here.
That sounds like some fantasy land in Disney World or something. What's Swedberg?
Oh, you know Swedberg, but you didn't know Hogwarts. What are the common opponents for Stoutland and Osage, Steve?
There's one common opponent, and that would be Dixon. And so Stoutland apparently has lost to Dixon 3 times this season. The score I have here, they lost by 12.
Yeah.
We beat Dixon by 18.
Yeah,
right?
at the Norm Stewart Classic. And what a classic that was. You got to call your first game from Press Row up there in Columbia.
That was a good time. Good time. So it'll be interesting to see how the Indians come out here. They're coming off a big win against Camdenton. They've just seen the JV squad get like a 60-point win. You know what? Hopefully they come out with some good energy here and not just kind of lower. Just come out. We're fearful they're going to be a little flat. Just seeing your JV team have such a huge win. Hopefully it'll come out with just some real good energy and put it to them and get a good win tonight.
Of course, this is a makeup game from a snowed-out game earlier this season, and that makes it Feline Week for School of the Osage, where they will take on the Tigers tonight and tomorrow. 2 different variations of Tigers. Tonight they're going to take on a yellow and pinkish purple tiger, and tomorrow night they'll take on a black and yellow tiger. And then on Friday night, the Indians will be back home for Feline Week, as it'll be court warming, and they'll take on the Cuba Wildcats, which, again, a form of feline.
You're the only one in this room that thinks that color is pink, by the way.
It's a purplish pink, right? Okay, first of all, Maya, I'm glad that I only hear you in my head as my imaginary friend, because if you call that maroon, you're going to have quite a few listeners wanting to argue with you. Hey, shout out to Stoutland for a new gym floor here. We can get into that later. Starting lineups being introduced first for the visiting Indians. Steve.
We got Blake Harrison, the Blake Show, coming out, scoring 23 points the other night. We got the menace, Landon Childs, the magician. He had 4 threes the other night. Maverick Trusty, Dane DePay, and the gunslinger, Jackson Long.
It's high noon, partner. Jackson Long, the gunslinger.
There's a snake in my boot.
There's a snake in my boot. And starting lineups being introduced for the Stoutland Tigers as their in-arena announcer screams the names at us. Would you like to do that professionally? The in-arena announcer for like an NBA team or something?
That's something I think you would be great at.
You think I'd be great at it?
It's deafening loud in here.
It is just so deafening loud here, and this is quite the gym, quite the experience. Will Morrow, Michael Kincaid. Oh, we got a problem, folks. This program is not in numerical order. It is. It's in random order. Oh, it's in class order. I don't know what class they are, folks. We're just going to call them Stoutland.
Do you know the letters? Is it by?
No. What is this? Oh, that's an S. I thought it was 5. Hey, they're playing some good music, though.
They are. I think the
little Bon Jovi to get us started,
right? May match the gym.
I don't want to say this is Bon Jovi because you will really think that. That was Van Halen.
It was Jump.
Okay. No, that was the Jump. Jump ball. Stoutland will start out with it. Shot up, no good. Get their own rebound and get hit on their way back up. And they'll go to the line for 2. So quick action there.
And that was his first.
Jesse Dickinson for the Tigers, just a sophomore, according to this program, sorted by year. First free throw up and good.
You're not a fan of the sorting by year, I see. So taking the lid off the basket with the first free throw made for the Tigers. Second one coming up.
7:54 left here in the first quarter, brought to you by U.S. Disaster Restoration. Second free throw, no good. Childs has the rebound, and the Indians will bring it up. First possession of the night, down 1-0. What if the game ended right now, Steve? That's got to be scoregami, right? Score that's never happened before. Long in the corner, three-pointer up, back iron, no good. Fight for the board lane, and Childs has it. Ball is knocked away, and Michael Kincaid comes up with it. He gives it off down the floor. Layup at the rim, no good. But there's Dickinson with another offensive rebound and put back for the Tigers to put them out in front. 3-0 here in the first quarter. DePay gives it out to Long. Long goes inside to Harrison. Harrison spun around. Ball moving. Now DePay with it. Three-pointer up. Back iron. No good. Long rebound comes out, and it's fielded by Isaac Hill. Hill comes down the floor. Gives it up top. This is Morrow with it. Morrow dribbles in. Picked up by Childs. Now over to Kincaid. I'm just making these names up, Steve. I can't keep up with this program. And now Steve Adams has it, jumps the passing lane. That ball tipped, knocked away, stolen by the Indians. It's a 3-on-3. Childs splits 2 defenders, gets the ball on the rim, can't get it to go. Harrison just takes the basketball from Stoutland and goes back up, can't get the shot to go. Rebound tipped out, and Landon Childs has it. He kicks it out to Maverick Trusty. He's on the wing. Three-pointer up from him and Maverick, who had a really good week of basketball last week at the Eldon tournament, gets the Indians on the board here with that three-pointer to tie it up. Inviticus 3 Magicus for the Magicians, Steve.
Maybe the best one of the year. I love it.
6:19 left to go. Ooh, and then who was that? Yeah, that was Isaac Hill casting the foul spell on Maverick, and he got caught, Steve.
He did indeed. First of the night. Tigers at the line for the second time here.
Yeah, and Isaac Hill will go to the line for 2 free throws. First one, back iron, no good. That's on me. Second free throw is good. Makes it 4-3 here in the first quarter. Again, streaming live on MoSportsZone.com. Childs with it. Kicks it out in the corner. Jackson Long has it. Three-pointer up. And he got that one to go, Steve, the gunslinger from the corner. 6-4 score on the board.
Where's the button? There we go.
Childs sticks his hand in the cookie jar, comes up with the steal, kicks it ahead to DePay, who gathers it and finishes at the rim. Nice job, Childs, with the deflection and the steal. DePay with the finish at the other end. Osage put together a little run right here. An 8-1 run right now against this Tiger team. Ooh, tough shot there from Morrow. Harrison goes straight up, but the floater goes up and over his outstretched hand. Puts the lead back down to 2, 8-6. Childs with it, dribbles in, takes one step and goes right to the rack. And Landon Childs giving you some offense, Steve.
He scored a few points in that last game against Camden, if I recall.
Yeah, he had a good night there.
Just a great athlete. Definitely our number 1 defender, I feel like, right up there with Dane DePay.
And Maverick Trusty has been a very underrated defender this season, Steve. Layup no good. Jackson Long comes down with it. Now Long dribbles in, finds Trusty on the wing. Trusty pump fakes the 3, goes right to the basket. Floater on the rim, can't get it to go. Harrison goes up, grabs it. He gets knocked to the floor. No call, though. And Stoutland has the basketball. Coming back the other way. This is Dickinson, the sophomore, according to my program. Giving it up top to Kincaid, who is a junior. And now Brody Millsap has it. Nope, back to Kincaid. Brody Millsap, just a sophomore, Steve. You wouldn't guess that because I didn't tell you. Jackson Long puts his hands in and just takes that one away. Now Harrison goes right to the rack, splits the C's like Noah, and finishes at the rim. Take a timeout here so an Osage player can tie their shoe, and the Stoutland coach wants to know what for.
Well, he's got Velcro on, I can see. He's not familiar with the
Well, he's wearing flip-flops.
The shoelaces.
That's a problem. 12-6 the score right now. School of the Osage out in front here early on in the first quarter, brought to you by U.S. Disaster Restoration. Stoutland with the basketball, working against this Osage man-to-man defense. This is Kincaid with it. Got DePay on him. Kicks it over to Hill. He's got Trusty. Dribbles in, looking for some help. Now has it to Millsap. Millsap gives it out. Long 3 up, no good. Long rebound out, and Hill has it. He'll put up the triple. Back iron, no good. Trusty down with the rebound. Tries to throw it down the floor. Harrison has it. He has to stop, takes an extra step, puts a shot on the glass, and good.
Extra step.
He took a step. 14-6 after that bucket by Harrison. I'm not going to say how many steps he took, but it was all legal.
Well, I'm glad you didn't have a whistle. That's all I'm going to say.
Maya thinks we're already loud enough. Floater up and over. Maverick by Isaac Hill. Stoutland gets a timeout while Osage has the basketball to further confuse what's going on here, Steve. 14-8, we'll keep it here. It's a 30-second timeout. This quarter brought to you by U.S. Disaster Restoration. Our next broadcast will be tomorrow night. Steve, myself, the MoSportsZone.com crew, but not Maya. He'll stay in my head. We'll go up to Versailles tomorrow night, and we'll bring you the contest between the Tigers and the Indians. Not to confuse you, because tonight's contest is also the Tigers and the Indians. There are multiple teams within this state that have the Tigers for their mascot.
There's got to be a reason for that.
Well, I think it's because Tigers used to be so prevalent here in the state.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
From only you.
So it has to be true then, right? Sounds like it's true.
And apparently it was the purple and yellow Tigers that were most popular in this area.
Not maroon. Substitution on the floor for the Indians. I'll accept mauve. Long gets it, pump fakes the 3, now puts it up and good. Nice job Nice pass there from DePay. Long puts the three-pointer in and gives the Indians a 9-point lead. Nice spin move in towards the basket. That's Brody, as the in-arena announcer, Brody Millsap with the finish at the rim. I like that. Good little flavor. Lee Baker could learn a thing or two from this guy, Steve.
I'm not going to tell him that.
Cross-court pass over to Long. Three-pointer up, no good. Fight for the board, knocked around. Octane comes up with it, and Northup puts it in for the easy bucket at the rim. 19-10, score on the board, 2:34 left to go here in the quarter. Good hustle play there from Northup. He had a pretty good week of basketball last week too, Steve. Seems like everyone did but you.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
Nice reverse layup finish at the rim there for Stoutland to chip into this lead. There's always next year. Harrison out to Long. Long dribbles, he's on the baseline, 6-foot floater up, no good. Fight for the rebound, ball tipped out of Gruce's hands. And Stoutland has it, but then they throw away the outlet pass. It'll go back to the Indians, 19-12. Remember what happened that year, Steve?
Tell me. There was a war, I believe.
That was 18-12. That was 18-12.
I'm sure there was a war in 1912.
Nope, there wasn't. It was a very
peaceful
time.
It was
A year of peace.
It was a year of peace. Usually those don't make the history books, you know?
Well, you're already 0 for 1 on trivia.
I heard that you were unable to find an opponent.
Now, hang on.
People are afraid.
That is one way to look at that.
That's the way I'm choosing.
Afraid of embarrassing you.
Hey, either way, that's a win.
Okay.
Right? They like me.
Morrow dribbles in, kicks it out to Landon Martin, and the senior steps out of bounds. We'll go back to the Indians. My program says he's a senior.
You're really interested in the classifications.
I just don't like how this program is organized. Denny Benny would be beside himself if he could see this program.
Send an email.
admin@program.com. DePay kicks it out to Gruce, over to Long. Defensive ticking up just a little bit with the pressure here. Harrison picks up a dribble looking for help. Now Noah Northup hands it back to Harrison, who gets a layup at the rim. Can't get it to go, but he's fouled and will go to the line for 2.
Love seeing Harrison get some touches there in the paint. You know, he's just at the place in his game where sometimes those big guys, they get the ball in the paint and they just think, I have to shoot every time. But he is great at sharing the ball, distributing, and he got rewarded for it that time.
I don't understand why you're taking a shot at me like that. I'll have you know I made it every time I shot it.
Every chance I can get.
And I made it. I'm undefeated in trivia this year.
I think your basketball stats are kind of like your imaginary friend Maya.
All of my head. 1 for 2 from the free throw line. An 8-point lead for the Indians. Here, 1:16 left to go in the first quarter. Brought to you by U.S. Disaster Restoration. Morrow puts up a 3 on the wing. No good. Weak side rebound down to DePay. Had Harrison cut into the basket. Just couldn't quite find the lane. Now Long has it in the corner. Goes to Gruce at the 15-foot line. Defense collapses on him. Kicks it out to DePay. He'll step into a triple. Back iron. No good. Fight for the board. Noah Northup tips it. Knocks it right to Harrison, who finishes at the rim. And we saw, Steve, in the pregame for Camdenton, the offensive and defensive rebound stats for the Indians in wins and losses, and it was much higher on the offensive boards in wins for this Indian team.
Well, Harrison just knows where to be.
Yeah, very heady player.
Yeah, and just like the ball, it's just like a vacuum cleaner with that basketball and the rebounds, and goes right to the basket. Great take.
Now Osage with it. It was still an 8-point lead. DePay out to Long. Pump fakes the 3. He'll dribble in, kicks it back out. Ball swung around. Good defense here from Stoutland on this possession, making Osage work for it. DePay goes right to the basket, hands it off to Harrison. Harrison pump fakes. Ball knocked away from behind. Gruce tips it out the Long for the open three-pointer, and he gets it to go.
And that's a tough one for the Tigers, who played pretty good defense on
really
that possession.
Really good defense. Three-pointer up as time expires. It's no good. Osage will take an 11-point lead into the second quarter, 25-14 after 1. Take a break. Back with the second after this. Listen to Cool 102.7 Sports.
When disaster strikes, count on the one team that can restore your home and give you peace of mind. U.S. Disaster Restoration. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week emergency service. They're the team you can trust in one phone call. 573-552-1972. They specialize in water, mold, fire, trauma, and storm damage. 573-552-1972. A proud supporter of the Camdenton Lakers and Osage Indians. U.S. Disaster Restoration. Look them up online and Facebook. Back to Osage Indians basketball on Cool 102.7.
Back here in Stoutland, Missouri, 1 quarter of play in the books, and after 8 minutes, Osage an 11-point lead, 25-14 over the Stoutland Tigers, live at MoSportsZone.com, as well as here on 102.7.
There's that 25 right there. We made it happen. I don't want people to think you're bad at math.
They don't. They can think that.
Okay.
May be right. I haven't had a math class in a long time, Steve.
You probably don't miss it. No comment?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I could do some math.
Hey, we were afraid that the Indians might come out. I was afraid, maybe a little flat, that you
that's
scored
not been the
25
case.
points in the first quarter. They were down 3-0, but they came back on fire.
Three-pointer up by Northrop, no good. Stoutland down with the rebound, coming back the other way. This is Morrow with it. He's got Northrop on his back. Comes off a double screen, spins into multiple defenders, and they call a hand check foul. Little ticky-tack.
Childs getting that one. As you heard the in-house announcer here say, first of the night.
Morrow comes off a triple screen. The picket fence, Steve. That's what it's called. I wouldn't know. We have metal fencing. Unfamiliar. Floater at the rim, no good. Jackson Long with the weak side rebound. Now he wants to move up the floor for the Indians. Northrop has it in the corner. Wants to work the baseline. Good defense from Morrow. Trying to go inside to Childs. That pass jumped by Kincaid and stolen for the Tigers. Now back the other way comes Stoutland. Ball knocked away. Childs slips and falls. Almost had the steal there near the sideline. This is a brand new floor, Steve. He shouldn't be slipping and falling like that.
It's a beautiful floor. Where's Aiden Williams? He can take care of those
He
spots.
can go over there and take care of that, yeah. Now that pass knocked away, and Northrop is going to dunk this one home. No, just a layup. Just a layup for Northrop. Really thought he was going to dunk that one,
He
Steve.
was throwing him down in the pregame.
Morrow, I went down and dunked a couple. Morrow hits the triple to make it a 10-point game. Trusty kicks it up ahead to Northrop. He's working on Morrow. DePay getting a breather here. Seeing some different people handle the Osage offense. Maverick jumps in with a jump stop, kicks it out to Northrop, left iron on the three. Rebound comes out to Kincaid. He wants to move, comes down the floor, beats one defender, goes right to the rack. It's no good. It looks like he was fouled, and he'll go to the line. And not a lot of contact there on those fouls.
The gunslinger's picking that one up. His first of the night.
Number 12 in the game for Stoutland, Steve.
What class is he in?
He's a freshman. His name is Chevy Gross, or Chevy. I didn't get pronunciation before the game. I got the Wi-Fi password.
Does that mean it was my job to get
Yeah,
pronunciation?
we had. Do you not get my text where I assign duties?
I don't.
Clearly. Timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. 6:21 left to go in the second quarter. Osage up by 9. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Aye, Captain! The seas of the Ozarks are too rough! Me and the crew can't secure the screens and railings! She'll never be installed right! She ain't sturdy, Captain! Rest assured, you'll see calmer seas this winter. And have American Sun Control secure powder-coated railings and screens for shade, too. While the lake is calm this winter, let American Sun Control install your dock and deck screens and railings. Come in, call, and look them up online and Facebook. American Sun Control. Cool 102.7 and Osage Indians basketball. Now, back to the action on the court.
Back here in Stoutland, Missouri, just 10 minutes away from my lovely home.
About 45 minutes away from mine.
That's a shame.
But at least the roads are nice and straight. Nice big shoulders.
But what about tomorrow night? A little closer for you.
I'm going to Versailles. Oh, wait. When's our flight?
And Cuba this week. International travel. Here we go.
Nice frequent flyer miles.
Mavericks 3 on the wing, up, no good. Offensive rebound down to Harrison. He kicks it out to DePay. DePay works the baseline, gets a steal from Harrison, puts the floater up and in. Good offensive possession there from Schooley Osage. I like that shot from Trusty. I like the offensive rebound. I like the unselfish pass, and I like the finish. Morrow's 3 is up, no good. DePay down with the weak side rebound, and he wants to move quickly. And he's going to be called for a carry. Kind of trapped it on his hips, Steve. And I think Coach Henshaw was wanting an explanation on that one just because he didn't quite have the angle on it, but as much as I hate to say it and it pains me to say it, I do kind of agree with that call.
No argument. Not for me.
A rarity. This is Kincaid up top to Morrow. Morrow comes off a screen. Nice little give and go there. A lot of bodies in the lane, and Dickinson finishes at the rim. 5:30 left to go here in the second quarter, brought to you by American Sun Control. Harrison with it at 16. Backs his man in, finds Childs in the corner. He'll step into a 3. Landon Childs with the triple. Makes it a 12-point game once again. 32-20 to score on the board.
Childs with 5. One of those, that Trey right there. He came to get some points here tonight.
Hey, he hit a 3 the other night against Camdenton. Maybe he just likes playing teams of this color. Oh, look at that.
That's nice little move.
Getting past 3 Osage defenders. Morrow finishes at the rim to make it a 10-point game once again, 32-22. Just under 5 minutes to go here in the quarter.
Morrow has shown himself to be a pretty talented basketball player here in this first
good pump fake by Northup, and he kind of catches himself in no man's land behind the backboard, tries to put a shot up, can't get it to go. Stoutland down with the rebound, coming back the other way. Pull-up jumper, no good. Childs down with the board. Coming down the lane, DePay finishes the shot at the rim.
Coast to coast for DePay there. Great take, right? Just slicing and dicing through the defense.
There's a nice little backdoor cut by Chevy.
Chevy.
He gets a reverse layup until we know. Oh, you're supposed to listen to the announcer, Steve. You're too busy remarking at my joke. Pay attention to what the kid's name is, Steve. Harrison gets to his spot, can't quite finish, knocks the rebound out and away. It goes out of bounds off of Chevy. It'll stay here with the Indians.
Is that like an adjective? Chevy?
Yep.
What does it mean?
I don't know. I've been flipping it back and forth every time.
Northup going to have a see who came in for Northup here. I missed it. Bruce is on the floor. There we go.
Harrison on the wing. He'll step into a triple. Right iron, no good. DePay down with the board. Spins up and off the glass for the putback.
Harrison and DePay switching roles there.
Yeah. Osage, their offensive rebounding has been on point tonight. Three-pointer up from Morrow, no good. Long rebound comes out of bounds, back to the Indians.
36-24.
And now they took Chevy off the floor, so we'll never know. We'll never know, Steve. 3:39 left to go here in the quarter. Did you just say that? Just right to the rack, right to the rim, and an easy fit. Getting what he wants at the rim, Steve. Good hustle play there from Harrison, jumping that passing lane in the lane, knocking it out of bounds. Baseline inbound coming up for the Tigers. 14-point lead for the Indians. Off the inbound, Morrow comes down with it. Here comes the help defense. Ball knocked away and then stolen by Trusty. Osage has numbers. Hands it off to Long. He lost a handle on it. They're going to call a travel on him. Bobbled it right at the rim. Couldn't get it to go.
Nice defense on the other end. Was that Gruce getting his hand there and they're deflecting that pass?
I think so. This is Kincaid working on Trusty down on the baseline. Spin move up high off the glass and the finish. Nice move there by Kincaid.
Yeah, he gets close to the rim. He finds a way.
Just like Jurassic Park. Harrison off the handoff. Beautiful extra pass over to Andre the Gruce for the easy finish. Shot chart has a lot of filled-in circles at the rim tonight, Steve.
Oh, just great sharing there by Harrison. Just love what he just does so many things to make our team better.
Just an unselfish pass. Trusty going to be called for the foul. I say blocking, maybe a reach in there, not sure.
His second of the night. Child's coming back on the floor. Trusty's going to sit down here.
But Chevy's back out there, so we got to pay attention now. We got to pay attention to how they say his name.
You know, we could ask before the game starts.
Well, some of us were too busy getting the concession stand. Names.
They got Frito pie tonight. Got to take advantage.
Yeah, you put a bunch of bad stuff on it, so I'm out. Going right to the rack. Dickinson can't get it to go. And he'll go to the line for 2 after the foul. Steve, why don't you tell everybody what you put on your Frito chili pie?
I'm going to put down this foul. That's Harrison with his first. Hey, I put some jalapeno peppers there on the top of my Frito pie. And then I put a little mustard on it.
Boo. I was saying Bruce, sorry. First free throw good. What's wrong with just chili and Fritos, Steve? Why does it have to have anything else?
I'm kind of a condiment guy.
Are you?
Yeah.
I'm like the opposite.
Are you a super taster? You know, you
Yeah,
just don't need. You don't need all that stuff. You can pick up all the flavors without that. DePay coming in and gets a finger in the eye, it looks like.
Yeah, and they're going to say no foul, but it will stay here with the Indians. 40-27, score on the board, 2:17 left to go here in the quarter. DePay will inbound with one eye. Tough to do. Tough to do. No, we played the Pirates last week, Steve.
We'll play them again.
Yeah, we will. Shot no good. Rebound tipped around. Long has it. Goes to DePay in the corner. Wants to work the baseline. Hands it off to Harrison. Harrison, just beautiful positioning. Gets to a spot up and in. And now DePay steals the inbounds. And he's just going to go right to his spot, too. Lost his footing, looking for some help. And I think he calls a timeout. So a smart play there from DePay. Showing a lot of patience down there.
Better, DePatience or Invictus?
I guess the 3-point spell. That one seems to be more popular.
That's a good one.
They're really trying to make the patience happen, but it's just not quite there, you know?
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Got to give it time, as they say.
Got good chemistry. Our next broadcast comes to you live tomorrow night from Versailles, Missouri, as the Indians will take on the Tigers up there. And then we'll be back home Friday night for court warming as Osage will take on the Cuba Wildcats. Back-to-back games against Versailles and Cuba and Stoutland. And then next week, we'll be home for Tri-County Conference action against Southern Boone. And on Valentine's Day, Steve, I hope you don't have plans because me and you are going to Mexico.
Woo!
Me and you in
Cancun?
Mexico
Cancun?
for Valentine's Day.
Sandals? Is that where Sandals is at?
I'm taking you to Sandals, Steve. No, unfortunately, it's Mexico, Missouri, so probably a Casey's. Three-pointer on the way from Long, and he gets it to go. The gunslinger.
You're trying to force that pizza on me. I know what you got behind here.
That's all they have, Steve. 45-27, 1:39 left to go here in the half. Morrow, he'll step into a tough three. I don't know if DePay got a hand on it, but the offensive rebound comes down to Millsap. And he can't finish, but he'll go to the free throw line.
Jackson Long picking up his second foul of the night. You got Chevy's
autograph? Yeah.
That's quick. It's like you never left.
First free throw, no good from Millsap. One more coming up. The rim's around, no good. Harrison has the Indians. Child with it. Over to DePay. Cross-court pass to Childs in the corner. Right to left his feet. And Millsap comes up with the steal. I don't think he knows Northup's there. And Northup with a good defense. Shot no good. But Kincaid, the offensive rebound and putback.
45-29. Just a minute and change here in the second quarter.
Floater in the lane, no good. Ball tipped around. DePay comes up with it. 60 seconds left to go here in the quarter. A 16-point lead for the Indians. 45-29. Northrop to DePay. Dribbles in, looking for help. Finds Childs in the corner. Childs pump fakes the three. And he's fouled before he gets in the lane and kicks it out to Northrop. So it'll be a baseline inbound coming up for the Indians. Luke Wolf set the check in, and Andre Gruss will take a seat. Two players whose last names can be confused with booing. Three-pointer up from Northrop, and that one's too long. Morrow down with the defensive rebound. Spins in. Good defense from Luke Wolf, knocking it out of bounds.
Morrow's got that spin down. That's his signature move.
Does a lot of laundry, Steve. Spin cycle. Trying to throw it off Luke Wolf's back, but it bounces out of bounds. I applaud the effort. Maybe.
Luke's not a fan.
Yeah, he doesn't like that. Morrow gets it near half court. Trying to give a floater in the lane, but Harrison jumps the passing lane, and DePay has the steal. Now DePay down the floor to Landon Childs in the corner. He'll step into a triple front iron, no good. Harrison with the offensive rebound, put back, no good. Couldn't get the call there. Now ball thrown up ahead. A finish at the rim, no good, but Stoutland will go to the line for 2 free throws.
Childs picking up his second foul of the night. 17 seconds left in this.
They got the same jersey number. Isaac Hill hits the first, and we'll never know Chevy's name because that's not even him.
There's a whole nother half of basketball left.
Yeah, Chevy could get in there. That'd be 2 12s, though. That's against the rules. Lane Stokes checking in for the first time tonight. Lane's World having a pretty big JV game earlier tonight, but so did everyone. A dominating junior varsity game for the Indians. DePay out to Stokes. He'll step into a three-pointer. There it is. Lane's World! Lane's World! Three-pointer! Excellent! And that'll make it an 18-point game heading into halftime. 48-30 after the three-pointer by Stokes. We'll take a break. Come back with the Hy-Vee halftime show and a very special Are You Smarter Than Steve mid-season breakdown. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Does your home need a new look? A new roof or siding could be the perfect solution, and Elite Roofing and Siding is here to help. Be assured you will receive excellent customer service, as our factory-trained installers will deliver a quality product, on time and on budget. Now is the perfect time to upgrade the exterior of your home, so call us at 302 Roof for all of your roofing and siding needs. Elite Roofing and Siding, proudly serving the lake for more than 20 years.
Attention all contractors, homeowners, and equipment enthusiasts. United Rentals has everything you need. That's right, and if they don't, they'll go to work to find it or order the piece of equipment that you need. With one of the largest fleets in the country, they carry everything from man lifts and telehandlers to skid steers and excavators. United Rentals not only rents, they sell used equipment as well. Looking for equipment service? Look no further than United Rentals to take care of your fleet. Take Highway 42 to Blue Ridge Road. United Rentals, helping you build the future.
Sold out crowd at Remax Arena at Lake of the Ozarks, and Winter Shelton's got 5 seconds left to win this deal. Can they pull it off? Inbound passes to Shelton at the top of the key. They try to double team him. Shelton crosses over the competition with some razzle dazzle. 2, 1. He shoots the game winner, and it's Winter Shelton for the win.
Shelton is crushing it.
When buying a home or real estate, put the ball in Winter Shelton's hands for the game winner.
Winter Shelton's crushing it, yeah.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you've saved money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance you do. In this moment, what matters is that your independent agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Mills & Sons Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance. The no-problem people. At 2701 Bagnell Dam Boulevard. Call us at 365-2002 or visit our website at millsinsurance.com. We're on your side because life happens.
Rise and shine and start your day the right way at Hy-Vee Market Grill with their Pick 3 breakfast deal. For just $5, you get 2 eggs, choice of crispy bacon or savory sausage, and toast or fluffy pancakes. But hurry, this deal won't last forever. Available now at your Osage Beach Hy-Vee Market Grill location only. Breakfast for $5? That's a morning win.
Shop Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every eye.
Listening to Osage Indians basketball. KQUL Lake Ozark. It's the halftime show on your Indians' hometown radio station, Cool 102.7.
Back here in Stoutland, Missouri, Hy-Vee halftime show, 2 quarters of play in the books, and Osage an 18-point advantage over Stoutland, 48-30 to score here, and we expected a fast-paced game. tonight with Stoutland. They've scored a lot of points at times, but Osage just kind of outpacing them right now and getting a lot of their finishes at the rim, Steve.
Well, sure. Osage on, not far off a 100-point night here. I don't know that that pace will continue in the second half, but offensively they're just really playing well. Game feels a little sloppy maybe, just at both ends of the floor, but offensively Osage really just having their way, shooting well tonight. When Landon Childs getting the three going, that's going to be good in our favor. Scores tonight, we've got Jackson Long with 12, Dane DePay with 10, Blake Harrison with 9, Landon Childs with 5, Noah Northrup with 4, Maverick Trusty with 3, Lane Stokes with 3, Andrew Gruce with 2, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Indians in the scorebooks, which you would expect that when you got 48 points on the board.
Our next broadcast will come to you live tomorrow night from Versailles, Missouri. I keep saying it, but the Indians will take on the Tigers down there. The Tigers. Once again, we'll see the Tigers with the same logo, just a different color on it, Steve.
First time we'll have come against Versailles without Ryder, right, for a few years, and so that'll have a different feel to it tomorrow night for sure.
And we'll be the only game in town, as I think Colton's covering Eldon and Fatima tomorrow night. Versailles is actually playing tonight against Eldon, and that is a rematch from the consolation game from the Eldon tournament.
And Eldon won that one, is that correct?
Yeah. And I believe you can find that on MoSportsZone.com. I'll check right now, but I think you can find that game on MoSportsZone. Yeah, that game is streaming live right now. Do not go over there, though. Watch our game. Check in.
You're trying to.
Come back.
What are you doing here?
Sorry, man. Well, there's no trivia tonight, but I wanted to talk about your progress with Are You Smarter Than Steve through the first half of this season, Steve. We got about 10, 11 games left into the postseason. And, Steve, we've done 15 sets of questions because you skipped St. James.
Is that what happened?
Yeah. 15 sets of questions. And, Steve, out of 75 questions, how many do you think you've got right?
Do you have this number?
Yeah. I did some research today. What else was I doing?
So you said 75 questions?
Yeah, and if you get this exactly right, we will never do Are You Smarter Than Steve for the rest of the year.
Oh, I like it.
If you get it right, we'll do twice as many questions.
I'm going to say my average has been about – do you know my average?
I mean, I can figure it out.
I mean, I'm saying it's about – I'm hovering around 3.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
So, okay.
So 45. 40 I have 44 correct answers.
Oh, I did it wrong. I got to do that divided by that. You think you're 45? Maya, do you have a guess on how many he's got right this season? 40.
Maya, that hurts a little bit.
That's hurtful.
Maya says
There's
40.
75. The real answer is 51.
Wow.
Yeah, 51.
There we
You're
go.
68% because I started making the questions easier because I felt bad.
That's not what you told me. You told me that you thought the questions were getting harder because you're running.
As we're going on, yeah.
Yes, you're running out of the easy questions.
Well, I realized that you were doing research on Missouri trivia on the same sites that I was using, so I
think what happened is your easy questions were just below me. I needed a little extra challenge.
You think so?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm going to go for it. Yeah.
Well, Steve, let me ask you this. So there have been 3 categories, I guess Missouri too, but I'm not going to look that up. There have been 3 major categories. Music, there's been 15 music questions. How many music questions do you think you got right?
5. I'm not great at music. It's not what I'm great at. So I'm going to say 6. I got
9.
6 right. 9.
Yeah.
That's better than what I would have obviously guessed.
Yes, it's literally better than what you guessed because that's what we're doing here. Television. How many television questions out of 15 do you think you got?
11.
9.
Oh, man, I'm consistent. Okay.
9. And if you can believe this, how many movie questions do you think you got right?
9.
10.
Oh, okay.
Don't you feel foolish now?
Just threw myself a curveball.
But you've done well. I threw this at you. You came into the season, and all I told you was I had this idea for a segment I thought you would like. And we got to Centralia, and you had no idea.
I love it. I think it's a lot of fun.
Well,
I hope, if nothing else, I've been a good sport about it.
My mom thinks that when you get stuff wrong, it hurts your feelings. And I said, I hope that is the case.
No, I don't get my feelings hurt. There are times where there's you feel a little embarrassed. I think that would be a good question to ask.
It's Hogwarts.
It's Hogwarts. Has to be the worst.
That has to be the worst answer that you gave.
I could not remember Hogwarts.
It's not the Ghostbusters.
Then there's the other question. Yeah, the Ghostbusters question where I got scolded from Maya because I didn't know the name of.
You can hear his voice too? This is some riveting stuff.
I don't know if I heard it or if you were repeating his voice. I'm not sure. I think you're kind of passive-aggressive with the Maya thing. Like, it's really something you want to say, but you say
Maya says you're not too bright, Steve. Yeah, the Ghostbusters one was tough. I actually went back, and so if you want to – so obviously I'm the one that comes up with these questions, and if you want to see how smart I am to come up with these questions – I text Chris Cannon, who does all of our editing for Are You Smarter Than Steve, and I said, I forgot to save all the Are You Smarter Than Steve. Please send them to me. I want to get Steve's score. And he goes, okay, yeah. And he sent them to me, but I didn't realize it was just the other people I recorded. It was never you. And so I was like, wait, Steve's answers aren't even on this.
So you had to go back and just remember?
Yeah. Well, I went back and watched our YouTube videos, which you can find MoSportsZone.com. Then you just go to the live tab on YouTube, and you can see all the live broadcasts from earlier this season. I recommend the St. James one for a lot of reasons, and Steve thinks it's because he's not there.
That's
and he's partially right, but it's because of where we filmed the game and the wild ending to the game. One of 4 Osage losses this season, and I still – every now and again, it's like something I bring out at parties. I'm like, look at the ending to this game, Steve.
What's my record?
What?
What's my record?
You know what? I need to look into that. I'm going to say 0-15. Third quarter underway here, brought to you by Elite Roofing and Siding. And Stoutland will start with the basketball down by 18, 48-30. And Isaac Hill has it back tapped by Childs, and Osage comes up with the steal. Childs working the baseline, kicks it up to DePay out to Long, up by him, back iron, front iron, rebound knocked around, ton of contact, no call though. Childs just jumps up in the passing lane and gets the interception. We saw that during football season quite a few times, but there he comes up with the INT on the outlet pass. Now DePay has it for the Indians, dribbling around up top. Into the lane, right to the rack, right-hand floater, no good. Again, a ton of contact on the rebound, no call. Osage has the offensive board. Maverick dribbles in, tries to hand it off for Harrison. Harrison spins in, lost a handle on it, out of bounds, back to the Tigers. Wild play there, Steve.
Yeah, just a little messy here. A little sloppy out on the floor. I love the setup that, DePay getting in the floor, setting up Jackson for the three. Couldn't get it to go down, but just such a great facilitator. Great point guard.
Stoutland with the basketball now, lost it, and Harrison coming down the floor. He's fouled, and he'll not go to the line.
Jackson Long with the inbounds here on the far side of the court from us.
That's an easy spot to throw it in.
What number would you give that in terms of, if we're going to
9
score? Very good.
They're going to call an offensive foul on Harrison, and Morrow. Steve, you'll be a little familiar with this. Might have got an Academy Award. I know you watched that last night where Beyonce won Country Album of the Year.
Yeah, it was the Grammys, not the Academy.
Whatever. It wasn't the Missouri Broadcaster Awards, so I don't care.
My wife was a big fan of Beyonce getting the Country Music Album of the Award. She was so excited for her.
Hey, do you need a place to stay tonight? Three-pointer up and in by Kincaid. I have a goat pin. Sleep with 9 goats, Steve, if you need to. DePay over to Trusty. His three-pointer is up. Back iron, no good. And Isaac Hill down with the weak side rebound. Now he brings it up for the Tigers, picked up by Maverick. Picks up his dribble. Lead at 15 here in the third, brought to you by Elite Roofing and Siding. Kincaid spins in. Continues to spin. Spinning towards Freedom. Shot up, no good. Hill down with the offensive board. Gives it out to Kincaid. His three-pointer is up and good. So Stoutland hitting some shots here in the third to get themselves back into it. Makes it a 12-point game, 48-36.
Osage looking for their first bucket here in this third quarter.
DePay on the wing. Dribbles in, hands it off. Harrison, 15-footer. Too easy, Steve. Like you with music trivia. Too easy. Kincaid coming off a screen, picked up by DePay. Now here comes another screen. Just back and forth. Maverick Trusty, good defense there on Isaac Hill. Hill spins in. There's the help defense. Ball just knocked away by Harrison, and DePay has a steal. DePay down the lane, kicks it out to Childs in the corner. Childs dribbles in, finds Maverick up top. Maverick pump fakes a three, spins in, finds DePay on the wing. His three-pointer is up. Back iron, no good. Weak side rebound down to Morrow. Morrow trying to dribble past Childs, pulls up, 12-footer up and in. 50-38 the score. 4:57 left to go here in this third quarter. Brought to you by Elite Roofing and Siding. DePay to Childs in the corner. His three-pointer is up. Front iron, no good. Fight for the rebound. Ball knocked around. Millsap comes up with it. Millsap kicks it over to Kincaid. His three-pointer is up and good. Stoutland getting everything they want. They make it a 9-point game here.
They're on an 11-2 run here to open up this second half.
DePay out to Long. He'll try and answer.
We get a
Everyone stops and freezes. And apparently there was a closeout. What is that called? What was that called, Steve?
Did he just bump himself in the forehead?
Yeah, the referee hit himself in the head on the foul call.
So Jackson Long shooting the three, gets fouled in the head, maybe is what that means.
And I guess he'll shoot 3 free throws, and he has to bounce the free throws off his head. Is that not the law?
I wasn't aware of that rule change.
Yeah, that's what the referee says. Long's first free throw, no good. He's got 2 more coming. 4:28 here, left in the third quarter. Second free throw, good.
Back to a 10-point lead here for Osage.
And the children sneezing in the stands, getting a scolding from the Stoutland coach, Steve. I know you were about to go down and say something.
I'm surprised that individual that scolded us last year didn't get on top of that.
She's had her eye on us tonight.
I noticed they put us in the corner this time.
Yeah, they put us way far away. Good backdoor cut there by Isaac Hill. He finishes at the rim, and he'll go to the line for one more.
Long tried to stop that from happening, but able to convert the bucket and get the foul on top of that.
That's a strange quarter from the Indians, Steve.
Yeah, 13-4 deficit here.
You talked about them coming out flat in the first quarter potentially, but it has been very flat this third quarter, just like the earth. One more free throw coming up for Hill.
You're a flat earther, huh?
What? What does that mean? Free throw is good. 52-44 score on the board, an 8-point lead for the Indians here in the third quarter. Trusty to Northup in the corner. Pump fakes the three. Works the baseline. Cross-court pass to DePay. He'll dribble in. Goes right to the rack and finishes. Just what Osage needed right there to kind of staunch the bleeding. Get their bucket right at the basket.
DePay with 12 tonight.
DePay only had 4 against Camdenton, and Osage put up 80 points in that game. Kind of tells you what they got out of DePay that night. Lots of other stuff.
Well, sure.
Facilitating, rebounds. He leads the Osage Indians in blocks this season, led them in blocks that night. Behind the back, and now trying to work on Andre the Groose. Just got in his own head. That's Brandon Sterling, 2 first names. Steve, you're familiar with the old NASCAR driver named Sterling. You're a big gearhead.
Oh, you know it.
Named your first son Chevy. Or Chevy.
We're still figuring it out.
Yeah. Northup has it. He's hit on the arm. And it'll be a baseline inbound coming up for the Indians.
Foul on Landon Martin for the Tigers. That'll be his first 13th foul this period.
Off the inbound, Harrison to Maverick. Nice jump stop and floater
Nice
up and good.
take.
That was a beautiful shot there and a beautiful take by Maverick Trusty. Now DePay steals the inbounds. Osage doesn't quite have numbers. It's a 1-on-4. They'll pull it back out. Northup in the corner. His three-pointer is up. Right iron, no good. Harrison just rips down the rebound, finishes at the rim with the foul, and he'll go to the line for one more.
Harrison with 13, an opportunity to add to that. And again, coming off against Camden, had 23 points.
And not a lot of plays run for him that
right.
night. Makes his own luck. We talk about that all the time. And right there, just the effort from Blake Harrison, the offensive rebound, the putback through the contact, and he gets himself to the free throw line.
And a young man who just puts in a lot of work in the offseason. And it's been our privilege to see him just really grow and mature over the last couple of years.
You can tell he takes basketball seriously. Like we did, we call the games for Osage football. And of course, Blake doesn't play football, and all I hear about is how he's in the gym during football season, working hard, and the work has paid off. The jump he has made from freshman to sophomore and now sophomore to junior. I look forward to calling his games next year. Turnover by the Tigers. It'll go back to the Indians. 2:45 left to go here in the third. A 15-point lead for the Indians. A big, quick start from the Tigers, and Osage kind of slowing that down now. See if they can add to their lead. Trusty to Northup in the corner, back to Maverick. He'll step into a triple. And Invictus Remakicus, Steve. Maverick Trusty really starting to heat up these last couple weeks for School of the Osage. I love to see that.
Yeah, the Indians were down 11-2 just for a quarter score, and now they've tied at 14-14. So
contested three from Morrow. Not sure if Northup got a hand on it. They're going to say it hit the metal bracing behind the backboard.
The stanchion?
That's what Devin Johnson calls it, and I banned that word. So.
Oh, you did? I
think that's what I called it, and he didn't like that name. Maybe I'll get to do a game with Devin at some point. Three-pointer in the corner up, and that's Ronnie Millsap's son with the triple.
Hey, I would have given him this game, a trip to Stoutland. I would have let him have that.
Closer for him, too. Northup over to Maverick. Pump fakes the pass, now steps into the three. Right iron, no good. Harrison has the rebound. Ball knocked away on the deck. Kincaid comes up with it for the Tigers. He's quickly across the timeline. Kicks it out to Morrow. Morrow in the lane. There's that spin move, and that's an offensive foul. Dane DePay, who also leads the Indians in charges taken, adds to that total right there.
Just great adjustment by DePay. I mean, Morrow's been doing that spin move all night long, so Dane just anticipates it, gets right in his path, and gets the call.
Luke Wolf checks in as Blake Harrison takes a seat. Kincaid trying to be sneaky. Osage sniffed that one out, though. Luke Wolf to Noah Northup in the corner. Back to Wolf. Swung around to DePay. DePay splits some defenders, gets into the lane, hit on the arm. And that's going to be, unfortunately, in the bonus, and that'll put DePay at the free throw line.
He's got 12, getting ready to add to that.
Now, Steve, Dane DePay started this season a pretty good free throw shooter, right around 70%, and now his free throw percentage has plummeted to below 50%.
Is that so?
Yeah. Now, you can kind of see it at times. He's missed some free throws in some tough situations.
Hey, he missed the first one. What's that mean about the second one?
I don't know.
Well, if he's 50%.
I didn't take statistics. What does it mean?
He made it. That's what it means.
Oh,
63-47.
Well, I took my shoes off just in case. Morrow behind his back picks up his dribble, finds Dickinson underneath the basket, but Gruce sends it into the nether realm, and DePay comes down with it. Now back behind the defense. Northup has it. In the corner, dribbles out, finds DePay up top. DePay left to right, get into the lane, takes a ton of contact, and he's hit and will go to the line for two more.
Tigers just don't know what to do with DePay here. He's having a special night.
I'm more interested in what DePay would do with the Tiger.
He's staring at one right there as he's shooting the free throw.
That's not a real Tiger, Steve. I see.
But that's a real free throw right there.
Every time we walk in, you look back at it with a little bit of fear.
I'm kind of scared.
I know.
64-47.
Well, you better get over it because it's feline week at the School of the Osage. Can't have you being afraid of big cats, Steve. Got the Tigers tonight, the Tigers tomorrow, and the Wildcats Friday.
DePay, I heard you talking about his free throw percentage.
I feel bad now.
Down.
I feel bad.
That's 3 in a row he's got right now.
Yeah.
Gives him 15 on the night.
I don't know what next week is. We got the Eagles and the Bulldogs.
Not sure how you connect those.
Morrow loses a handle on it. Osage has numbers after the steal. Northup Almost dunks it.
Up by 20.
Puts the lead at 20, 67-47. Morrow using that arm to create some space against Childs. And they're going to bail Morrow out and put the foul on Childs. Childs wants an explanation, and I think he's due one because he really played good defense there. And the referee helped him out there.
Childs gets his third. Harrison looks like he's getting ready to check in. I'm going to guess for Childs here. Indeed.
And now they're going to talk about if it was a shooting foul, I think. Or they're going to talk about places to eat in Stoutland. It's a very quick conversation.
Maybe
Steve.
you'll see him at Casey's. Does Stoutland have a Casey's?
I got bad news for you.
No Casey's?
Ain't no Casey's here in Stoutland.
There's no town?
No. That woman is listening to you, Steve. She is going to yell at you. So, yeah, they talk about it. Referees convene, and some law and order was served. Maya, hit that law and order hook.
And
after the referees convene, law and order has been served.
See, I thought he played it the other night because there was blood on the floor. I thought it had to be like a crime scene
Yeah, just when the referees convene about anything, law and order served. In the criminal justice world, Steve, there are two branches, the referees and the criminals. Not criminals, basketball players.
You have some apologies to make here, my friend.
Northup up top to Trusty. Might have gone to the well one too many times with that law and order hook, but we'll keep it. Stokes on the wing, back in the corner to Northup. He'll step into an open triple, back iron, no good. Long rebound comes out and is tracked down by Stoutland. Stoutland right towards the basket, on the rim, no good. Rebound tipped around. Northup tracks it down for School of the Osage. Gives it over to Maverick, 12 seconds left. Nice pass up ahead to Gruce, and the beautiful extra pass across the lane to Harrison for the easy finish.
Trusty to Gruce to Harrison. Beautiful offense there. Just selfless play.
That three-pointer is going to be no good. And that's how the third quarter comes to a close. 69-48, 1 quarter left here in Stoutland. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
KQUL, Lake Ozark.
Tradition runs in the family. Family vacation, family Sunday dinner, and family holiday gatherings. Lake of the Ozarks boaters find top quality boats and service at Kelly's Port. The same owner and manager for over 40 years. Now that's a tradition. Start your own family tradition on a new Regal boat or Bennington pontoon, backed by highly trained and certified technicians. Kelly's Port on Business 54 in Osage Beach, the marina on Dude Ranch Road, or online kellysport.com. Book your winterization now.
Life comes at you fast, sometimes too fast. Shoulda remembered the golden rule. No, not that one. Golden Rule Insurance. Call them for personal lines of insurance for home, auto, life, boat, and RV. And the best part is, when you bundle, you can save actual money. Golden Rule staff are educated and trained to ensure their customers have the very best service. Find personal lines of insurance that work for you. You can find them on Osage Beach Parkway in Osage Beach. Golden Rule Insurance Agency. Coverage you need, people you trust.
This is Osage Indians basketball. Back to the game. Back to the game on Cool 102.7.
A 21-point lead for School of the Osage as we get set to start the fourth quarter here in Stoutland, Missouri. Craig Allen alongside Steve Adams. Maya back in the studio for us tonight. Trusty dribbles in. A beautiful handoff to Gruce. And Maverick Trusty with a great assist.
Gruce with 4 on the night.
Three-pointer in the corner up, and DePay comes up with the block to add to his Osage lead. And now back the other way. Hands it off to Harrison. Harrison just backing in. His defender can't get it to go. Ball goes out of bounds. And back to Stoutland.
71-48, favor of our Indians.
You ever see Maverick, like before the game in his gear? I don't know, like what kind of gear that is. It looks like some sort of like basketball ninja that he's got on his
I guess
gear.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, some basketball ninja. Looks cool though. Just like a ninja playing basketball is what that is.
You're gonna change his nickname?
The basketball ninja? That's not bad. We'll workshop it.
It's hard to beat the magician, man.
I think we'll stick with magician, but basketball ninja. Oh, scoop shot up and in. Basketball ninja is a cool nickname, though. You could be
picking up the foul.
You could be the broadcast ninja, Steve.
Kind of stealthy and quiet.
If only. 7:10 to go. Jackson Long checks back in.
I've got Harrison with 3. 3 fouls, that is.
Oh, you had to be more specific.
Yes. 3
blocks, steals, birthdays. Both free throws good, makes it a 20-point game. Maverick to DePay. Back out to Maverick. 3-pointer up and good. And the basketball ninja slicing and dicing up this defense.
After you say ninja, you got to get rid of Invictus makeup.
We got to get rid of it?
Well, I mean, I don't think it works with ninja, right?
I say magician, or I've seen ninjas cast spells.
Have you?
Mortal Kombat.
Is that like an anime or something, or what?
I don't know. We'll have to ask our video team.
That's so true.
Bruce loses a handle on it, and it's a turnover back to Stoutland. Sideline inbound. Difficulty 8 out of 10. I'm going to start ranking them all, Steve.
8 out of 10, but that means you make it
very
sound like
easy
it's
to
hard.
inbound.
Yes, very easy.
No, it's an easy scale. 1 is very difficult to inbound from. Dickinson goes right to the basket and finishes over the outstretched fingers of Jackson Long. 74-53, 6:19 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Brought to you by United Rentals. DePay gets a screen from Harrison. Maverick with it on the wing. Looking to go inside, and there it is. Bruce at 15 picks up his dribble. He just goes up and over the defender Dickinson to finish the 8-footer. I like that.
Gives him 6 on the night.
Kincaid working on DePay. 5:47 left to go here in the fourth. Osage out in front comfortably, 76-53. Morrow picks up his dribble, looking for help, kicks it out to Kincaid. Kincaid pump fake, 3-pointer up, back iron, no good. Weak side rebound down to Millsap. Millsap kicks it out to Dickinson, and I think he was trying to pass that. Maybe on Huddle, they'll put that in as a block if they're wanting to be nice. I think it was Steve. Morrow pump fakes. Good defense there from DePay. Harrison down with the defensive board. Now kicks it over to Dane. Dane dribbles in, kicks it out to Maverick. Maverick will step into the triple.
Wow, having a special night there.
The basketball on the
15 on the night.
If he's going to make it when I call him that, why would I stop calling him that?
Fair enough. That's a sound argument, friend. Sound argument.
This is Isaac Hill. Into the lane, tough shot. Referee bails him out, and Hill will go to the line for 2.
Bruce with his first on the night, if you could believe that.
I don't. Don't ever bring that kind of statistic to my attention again. I don't believe it.
Fouls? You don't hear about fouls?
I don't want to hear about first fouls in fourth quarters. Very specific things I don't like.
I'll make a list.
Okay.
Or maybe you should make the list.
Let's check it twice.
We already know who's
no,
doing
no, we're past that. We're on to Valentine's Day music. On to Valentine's Day music. Leon Redbone. Yep. Well, you better figure it out because music trivia is coming up. Bruce gets it from DePay. Gets to a spot, goes up, can't get it to go. And he'll go to the line for 2 free throws. Where Bruce is a 50% free throw shooter.
I'm looking forward to my next opponent.
Why is that?
Christy Clark, I work with her.
That's what she said. And she said, I work at the middle school with Steve, so if I lose to him, I'm going to be really embarrassed. She didn't say that. First free throw good from Bruce. Bruce had some detractors Saturday night up in Eldon. There was a group of people sitting right in front of us, Steve, and every time Bruce did anything, they were just booing him.
I don't hear him so much tonight.
Yeah, I don't hear the boo birds tonight, but we're way far away.
Did you have a talk with him?
I did. I talked to the people booing Andrew Bruce, and I said, see, it's more fun if you say his last name than boo him. Both free throws good, so defying the statistic that was him being a 50% free throw shooter, Steve. 81-54. Morrow spins in. Tough shot over Harrison. Back iron. No good. Dickinson tracks down the offensive board. Gives it back out to Morrow. Right to left. Goes right to the rack. Can't get the shot to go. Once again, Dickinson. The offensive board is put back no good. Bruce with the the defensive rebound. Almost lost a handle on it, and he did. And it's a turnover. Bruce was so excited around the fast break, Steve.
Hey, Us big guys, we don't get to do that very often. So
He should have dunked it.
He was at the 3-point line.
And? That dunk's worth 3 then.
Is that how that works?
Oh, yeah.
I thought he had to be behind the line.
Well, if you take off from back there, it's worth 3. 3-pointer up on the wing by Hill. Back iron, no good. Goes out of bounds. Back to school, the Osage.
4:05, 81-54 in favor of the Indians.
That is a great question. If you take off from behind the 3-point line and dunk it, is it worth 3 points? Because when you, like, touch the rim, is that considered to be in the 2-point area?
I'm not sure it's a good question.
Okay. Entry pass, jumped and stolen by Dickinson. He kicks it up ahead to Millsap. Millsap out to Kincaid. Kincaid right to left, now spins in the lane, working on DePay. Good defense from him. Ball skip pass to Hill. Hill wants to go baseline. He goes right at DePay. Can't get it to go. Rebound knocked around, and Harrison comes up with it for the Indians. Now he's going to run the fast break. Gives it out to Childs. Childs out to Trusty in the corner. He'll put up the 3, a hand in his face. I think it may have been blocked by Hill, and Hill winds up with the rebound. Trusty dives on the deck, can't come up with the basketball. Hill recovers, finds Kincaid on the wing. Kincaid, pump fake, steps into a triple, rims around, won't fall, gets his own rebound, kicks it out, pass tip. Morrow winds up with it for Stoutland. 3:12 left to go here in the fourth.
These Tigers are working their tails off here tonight. Getting lots of offensive boards here, drawing the foul. Morrow's going to go to the line again.
Yeah, Morrow really working hard against Childs, but Childs playing pretty good defense. And then they just kind of got their legs tangled up, and that's going to be a foul on Osage.
So Childs picking up his 4th, if I have that number right. Is that okay if I share that stat with you?
I can believe that.
Okay.
First free throw from Morrow, good.
Harrison going to have a break here. Luke Wolf on the floor. The Ninja Magician going to have a seat.
Okay. That sounds awesome. Both free throws good as the Magic Ninja takes his seat. Really working on something here, Steve. I got to make whole new graphics and everything.
The Magic. It sounds like some kind of breakfast cereal or something. I don't know, Lucky Charm.
The Magic Ninja. 81-56. Layup no good from DePay. Stoutland back down with the rebound. They'll set up their offense here, down by 25. Millsap looking for help. Trying to throw it off at Stokes, and Stokes just catches it. Interesting. Now Stokes over to DePay. Back up top to Stokes. He'll step into the triple. 3-pointer up, back iron, no good. Long rebound tracked down, and Kincaid has it. Kincaid up past the timeline. Trying to throw it up ahead to Dickinson. Luke Wolf jumps in the passing lane and comes down with it. Now DePay back the other way. Ball kicked out in the corner. Pass tip, knocked out of bounds. Stays here with School de Osage.
Brady Clark stepping on the floor. DePay's that may be it for him tonight. 2:12 left in this contest. Osage up 81-56 over the Tigers.
Off the inbound, Luke Wolf can't get the alley-oop shot to fall. Millsap with the rebound, lost a handle on it, ball on the deck. Dickinson winds up with it. And he puts it up and in. Wolf out to Clark. Northrop in the corner. Picks up his dribble, ball swung around, now Childs has it. Back over to Clark. Wolf, 150 left to go here. Stokes gives it inside to Wolf. Wolf, tough push shot, back iron, no good. Dickinson down with the rebound. Gives it over to Kincaid. He's got Childs in front of him. Ball goes in the corner. Millsap hands it off to Hill. Hill takes the bump, finishes. And Brady Clark called for the foul. Christy Clark's son, not inspired by her trivia performance.
As in, her son was not inspired?
Yeah.
Or you were not inspired?
Her son. Are your kids ever inspired by your trivia?
They don't pay attention. Which is kind of fun because I like to come home and ask them the trivia questions.
That's perfect too. 3-pointer up by Stokes, no good. Rebound tipped out.
And that makes me look pretty smart, because oftentimes the trivia questions you ask are kind of before their time.
Well, do you go, when you ask them, do you say, no, I got all these right?
I don't lie to them. I'm honest with them.
Yeah. On a scale of 1 to 10, how proud is your wife with your trivia this season?
Oh, boy. There was the Hogwarts question.
Yeah, I think that took it down a notch. Did she know the Ghostbusters? Did she come home? Did you come home that night and she's like, they were being so mean to you about the Ghostbusters? No. I don't think she knew the Ghostbusters question, no. Both free throws good.
She's definitely better at trivia than I am.
Well, I'd take her to trivia night if I was you.
We're doing it. Couple weekends.
Whoever has you on their team's got to be pumped. Childs with it at 15. We're under a minute to go here in the fourth quarter. Brady Clark with it. Clark to Stokes. Stokes off a screen. Gives it back over to Clark. 50 seconds. Stokes and Clark playing a little two-man game right here. Now they're trying to jump that passing lane. Back up top to Clark. Luke Wolf getting in the action. Ball just being moved around the perimeter here by the Indians. Trying to jump that passing lane. Northup winds up with it. Pump fakes the shot. Now trying to give it out. Childs winds up with it. Childs spins in, gives it out to Stokes. He'll pump fake the three. Almost lost the handle on it. And grabs it out near the sidelines. And the referee on the complete opposite side of the floor makes the foul call, Steve.
He's got glasses on. He's got good eyes.
That is true. You should wear glasses for trivia.
So here's a question for you about trivia.
Mm-hmm.
Have I underperformed or overperformed what your expectations?
Oh, that's not important, Steve.
You're not
the
going to answer,
only thing
huh?
that matters is that you have performed.
Okay, fair enough.
81-62. 14 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. I didn't know what to expect, to be honest. I mean, I make these questions up in hopes, a lot of the times when I do it, I'm like, I want to get a question that I think the person can get right and that you can get right. But I want to make sure that you guys aren't getting 5 for 5 every time, So it's definitely difficult, but it's fun. Osage will bring home the win here tonight, move to 13-4 on the season. Final score of 81-62 over Stoutland. We'll take a break. Come back with a post-game show. Talk to Coach Baumstark, see if he brings a player up, and get you ready for tomorrow night against Versailles. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
A full-service graphics company, Wright Printing and Promotional Advertising does it all, from screen printing, offset printing, and promotional advertising to custom-built trophies and awards. It's where they do it the right way. Check out their Facebook page for their monthly special, and don't forget they offer online stores for all your group and activities needs. Wright Printing and Promotional Advertising, across from the Family Center on Highway 52 East in Versailles. Call 573-378-5775.
The season's over, and it's a great time to inspect your dock for any damage. Dam Steel and CWD Supply have everything you'll need to get your dock back to like-new condition. From cables and clamps to bumpers and structural integrity, they've got you covered. Make sure your dock is ready before another season takes the toll. Located right on D Road in Osage Beach. Stop by or call them today. Dam Steel and CWD Supply. Your trusted steel and dock people since 1982. Don't wait. Schedule your dock inspection now.
Tired of settling for low CD rates at your bank? Lock in a great rate at First Bank of the Lake today. We offer some of the best CD rates in the nation. CDs make saving a cinch. They combine security with great investment returns. Don't miss out. Maximize your savings with a secure, high-yield CD. Check out our rates at fblake.bank and lock in a great CD rate today with First Bank of the Lake. Member FDIC. See bank for details.
High-Tech Collision and Auto Body Repair has been servicing the Lake area and Central Missouri for over 30 years. High-Tech is always here for you, and they tow 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. High-Tech offers the best in complete collision repair and is the Lake's one-stop shop. Accidents are scary, but the repairs shouldn't be. A proud supporter of our Lake community and Camdenton and Osage basketball. Go Lakers! Go Indians! Go High-Tech! Call 348-9070 when you need them. When disaster strikes, Count on the one team that can restore your home and give you peace of mind. U.S. Disaster Restoration. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week emergency service. They're the team you can trust in one phone call. 573-552-1972. They specialize in water, mold, fire, trauma, and storm damage. 573-552-1972. A proud supporter of the Camdenton Lakers and Osage Indians. U.S. Disaster Restoration. Look them up online and Facebook. Game analysis, stats, and more. It's Osage Indians basketball. And this is the postgame show on your Indians' hometown radio station, Cool 102.7.
Back here in Stoutland, Missouri, where the School of the Osage Indians pick up the victory, 81-62. Coach Baumstark joining me here for the postgame show. And Coach, you and I talked about it off the air. It kind of really doesn't matter what the record is for Stoutland. When you come here and you come out in this area of Missouri and you play in these Frisco League games, it's always just kind of wonky at times. This team wanted to get out and move. They put up 62 points tonight against a pretty good Osage defense, but Osage gets the win with 81.
I think these teams, the Frisco Team League specifically, I mean, they like to score. They like to have up-pace tempo with their game, and they come in with a chip on their shoulder whenever they play a bigger school. I think they kind of hype these games up, and we told the guys that it was going to be an intense game. This environment, it's always a tough place to play when you come to Stoutland. You go to Richland, it's always a tough those Frisco League gyms are always tough to play in. I thought our kids handled it. I would agree 60 points is way too much for the way our defense has been playing all year. I don't think we'll be happy with that. But, offensively, we fought through a lot of contact. We fought through a lot of things. And again, I know I keep on saying it, but it was another night where it wasn't just one guy scoring a bunch of points. It was 4 or 5 guys that were coming in and making an impact. And our bench, Andrew Gruce with 8 and Noah Northrup again with 6 and just having good complementary basketball for us. And Blake Harrison was an animal tonight on the offensive boards, and he kind of took it personal, with how physical it was in there. Nothing was easy for him tonight, and he kind of accepted the challenge. And like you said, coming in here and just getting a win is good for us.
Yeah, for sure. 4 players in double figures. You kind of mentioned it already, but it feels good to see some guys who had slow starts to the season starting to really ramp it up and get themselves going here.
Well, it's like we always talked about. We've talked about all year. When you can bring Andrew Gruce and Noah Northrup off the bench, that's big for us. Lane Stokes got in. He played some JV tonight and had a really big night for us, and then he came in and kind of stayed hot with a 3-point shot and kind of getting the ball inside to our bigs, and that's kind of where we lived at tonight, was getting balls in the paint. Maverick Trusty had another big game. He's hot tonight. He's been hot the last
couple. Well, yeah.
Yeah, he's been hot the last couple nights from shooting the 3 and things like that. And so, like we said, it's a tough game, and tomorrow will be our 4th game in 3 nights. And so,
fourth game in 3 nights.
3rd game in 4 nights, I guess is the word I'm looking for. So, and tomorrow is going to be a big one. Going to Versailles is going to be a big game for them, and it's a big game for us. An old Tri-County Conference team, and so they're going to come ready to play. They battled Eugene pretty tough in at least the first half in the Eldon tournament, and so they're going to give us something different. And our guys, have got to rest up tonight and kind of look past this game and get ready for Versailles.
Just want to touch on it real quick. We've talked about it on the air, but Misha didn't have it updated. What's the junior varsity's record this season?
We are undefeated.
Okay,
we're 7-0.
That's what I thought. I had it down at 7-0. Congratulations on another win tonight. JV looking good, and it kind of helps when you have the depth that this Osage squad has, where you can play juniors.
Yes.
And these are kids that would be starting in other Tri-County Conference schools for certain, but to go out there and have that kind of depth, it's got to make coaching a little easier for you at that level.
Well, it makes me look like a good coach, and I feel like
I'm
not a very good basketball coach. But, my biggest thing is those guys got to play hard, and this is a unique group because I've had these juniors for 3 years, whether it be freshman C team and then this year going back to JV. I've had these guys for 3 years, and so they know my expectations on how I want to play and how defensively we've got to be driven defensively, and that's where everything starts. I'm not the brains of the operation when it comes to our offense, and so that's somewhere where sometimes the guys know a little more about the offense than I do. But defensively, we've really gotten after it, and we've told them, in the JV game, it's about to get tough because once you start playing conference teams, they know what we're doing because obviously we run a lot of the same stuff that the varsity does, and so it's about to be a gauntlet. But this group is, like you said, we've got our starting five is all juniors, and so to be able to have that, not a lot of teams have that, and that kind of goes back to our depth that we have at the varsity level, and then JV. It's nice to have guys who are experienced and kind of know the expectation of the program, and so 7-0 is good. Tonight we got to play a lot of guys. We got to play some freshmen and some sophomores, which is always nice for those guys to get some run and kind of join the party a little bit, and so super excited for these guys the rest of the year, and we're kind of gaining. We're staying with the varsity where we want to play good defense. We want to get out and transition and play solid offense also. So it's been a fun year, JV and varsity wise, and hopefully we keep it rolling.
Indeed, congratulations on the 2-win night, and we'll talk to you tomorrow, Coach.
I appreciate it, guys.
That's Coach Baumstark joining us here for the post-game show. Our next broadcast comes to you live tomorrow night from Versailles, Missouri, as Osage will head up and take on the Tigers up there, old Tri-County Conference opponent. We saw them last year in the Norm Stewart Classic, getting a loss there. We'll see if it'll be different tomorrow night. Steve putting the headset on. Steve, scoring leaders for the Indians.
Leading us tonight for the second game in a row, Blake Harrison with 16, Dane DePay with 15, Maverick Trusty and Jackson Long both have 14, Andrew Gruce with 8, Noah Northrup with 6, Landon Childs with 5, and Lane Stokes with 3.
Mills & Sons Insurance MVP of the game?
There's a lot of good choices tonight. For me, I think it's a Dane DePay kind of night.
Yeah.
I mean, there were some defensive possessions here where it almost felt like Dane DePay was the guy playing defense. And listen to you call the game, just hearing his name over and over again, just getting stops, getting blocks, and then to layer that with the fact that he scores double digits as well. A great night for him.
Yeah, I think that's where I was leaning to, just because I felt like I said his name more than anybody else tonight, just because of how active he was on both offense and defense. I'll give it to him. Osage picks up the win here tonight, a 19-point win, 81-62 over the Stoutland Tigers. We'll be back tomorrow night on MoSportsZone.com and Cool 102.7. For Steve Adams and Maya back in the studio, I am Craig Allen. Thank you for listening. This has been a presentation of Cool 102.7 Sports and MoSportsZone.com.